What is up, everybody? Today I am here at Six Flags Darien Lake, and we're going to be checking out everything new for 2024 at this park. First, I'd like to apologize for getting this video out pretty late compared to what I usually do, but as they say, better late than never. So today I'm going to be showing you everything new at the park, including Predator's new Titan track, what they're doing with Mini Racer, Big Kahuna's reopening, and some of the other smaller upgrades they made throughout the park. Now, without further ado, let's head inside and check out everything new for Six Flags Darien Lake in 2024. So one of the first things you'll notice when you just drive through the gate to the park is that there's now some EV chargers for electric vehicles. As you can see, this Tesla is charging right here. So if you have an electric vehicle, you'll be able to charge your car while you're in the park, which is pretty cool to see. So the biggest piece of news to come out of the park this year is that Mini Racer is closed for the season and we'll be receiving some upgrades. So as you can see here, it's going to get 2 new trains at the Tacoma Vestra range, which I'm really excited about. I've done those on at least 2 SLCs now, and it makes the ride a lot better. I mean, you don't hit your head anymore, so that's always nice. So right now I'm outside the park taking a look at Mini Racer. They haven't really done too much right now. It's the end of July, but there is, if I can get a good angle, I'll show you a crane. It looks like they're just sort of evaluating the track and the condition of the ride. As you can see, there's a construction vehicle right there. Yeah, overall, not too much movement. I'm sure we'll see a lot more of the work done in the off season, but we'll have to see. I will say, if you haven't already, go check out the video I did on Mini Racer discussing the future of the ride and the future of the area as a whole. So I'll put that up in the corner for you guys. So make sure to go check that out. So I just got off Ride of Steel, and the ride itself, it's largely the same. Still a good ride, not the best thing ever, but pretty good. What the park did do is kind of improve the area around the ride, especially this gift shop. They completely repainted this whole building, Steel City Souvenirs. Looks really nice, the exterior. You can even see over here they painted the edge of the building, which kind of bounces off right next to the ride entrance. They also changed the loose article system. Over here there used to be cubbies, but now they've been replaced by free lockers. The system isn't great. You just kind of put a pin in them and hope nobody steals your stuff, but it's a little more organized than it was before. And I definitely call it an improvement over just the bare cubbies that just kind of showed off everything before. Now, what I will say, I think Ride of Steel is probably next in line for the big refurbishment. Predator's gotten some refurbishments over the past few years of the Titan track. Now Mini Racer is getting the track improvements and the train improvements, and Boomerang got some this year as well, which I'll talk about. Don't be surprised if this ride ends up getting new trains, fresh coat of paint in the near future like they're doing with Mini Racer. Another quick little fun fact is that this year is the ride's 25th anniversary, so happy birthday to Ride of Steel, and hopefully we'll have another good 25 years with this ride. Small upgrade here. Tres Hombres Tacos is now Macho Nacho. Not a huge change, a little rebranding to be more in line with some of the other Six Flags parks. So now I'm here at Boomerang, and this year, to make the ride smoother or just to stop wear and tear, they replaced the loop. So I'm gonna give it a shot and let you guys know how I feel about it. But they did a great job matching up the colors because it literally does not look any different. But they did post on Instagram about it. They showed the loop getting replaced. I'll put that up here for you guys, but yeah, I'm interested to see how this is gonna ride. So I just did the retracked Boomerang. It was okay. I think the loop was, it felt a little smoother, but other than that, the ride's relatively the same. I don't know, Boomerangs, they just kind of make me sick, but decent improvement. The biggest change to the water park this year is that Big Kahuna has reopened after an extended closure, I believe, for at least 2 years. And it's, it's pretty standard family mammoth raft slide. I believe it came from Six Flags Astroworld back in 2006, and I've actually never ridden this. I'm not a huge water park guy, especially the water park here. As you can see it go right now. I'm glad they fixed the issues they had with it, and this is overall a very positive change for the park. The water park is very popular, so increasing the capacity of the park as a whole is a very good thing. So the biggest change this year is probably the addition of a solid amount of Titan Track to Predator. I want to get you guys some footage of it running, but one of the problems that it's had lately, it's been down more often than it's been up. You know, as I walk out of the park, I mean, looking at this project as a whole, I mean, it's pretty much been a net wash in my opinion. So I was lucky enough to ride it on opening weekend, and I'll talk about a couple of the pros to the Titan Track edition and a couple of the cons. So one of the pros obviously is the ride's a lot smoother. They did the 2 hills following what used to be referred to as the death turn, and they're both very smooth. The one right after the death turn used to be really bad, so that's definitely a big improvement. And then on the hills, there is some good floater airtime. It's not anything crazy, but it's definitely a noticeable improvement. You can definitely feel yourself starting to lift out of your seat, which is really nice. So those are the 2 pros of the Titan Track project on Predator. Now, some of the cons. One, the ride is significantly slower for some reason. I think they trimmed the first hill, I'm not 100% sure, but it is noticeably slower than it has been in past years. I heard it was running too fast with the Titan Track, so they had to put some trims on it to prevent the ride from tearing itself apart, which is understandable, but it takes away from the rest of the ride. Like, when you get to the end, you're pretty much crawling. Secondly, the reliability of the ride has gone down significantly as well. I've heard, this is obviously not confirmed, but I've heard that the trains do not track well on the Titan Track, so that could be a potential issue as to why the ride's been going down so much. But whenever I come here, it seems to be down for at least a significant portion of the day. And I've seen it valley on that first turn multiple times, which is funny in and of itself, but it's really not ideal for maintenance to try to fix that, evac people and all that stuff. Another potential con is that, you know, I've heard that the trains are, you know, the issue. It could be tearing the trains apart. It could be bad for the track. It could be bad both ways. So they might end up having to do a larger restoration project, which would cost even more money to compare to what they're already spending, when they could have just went with a simple RMC treatment or a gravity group retrack, which would have been very good as well. But yeah, definitely, I have very mixed feelings about the Titan Track project. Yes, it's been an improvement in some regard, but there's also been a lot of issues with it. And overall, I wish they really just would have went with the RMC treatment in the first place. But I will say, I think the general public opinion of this ride has improved. There's not quite as many people getting off the ride complaining about how rough it was. So in that regard, it's probably a net positive for the park. Although it is a very interesting situation, since Darien Lake's really the only park that's been consistently adding Titan Track to one of their wooden coasters. But yeah, with that said, that wraps up everything new for 2024 at Darien Lake. Now, with all that being said, I'd like to thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.